Hi everyone, welcome back to Bring Life Indoors. It's Moira here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I thought I'll just take a very short video and show you how my plants are doing this winter. I'm starting with these succulents that are sitting here by the window. I keep my succulents indoors all year round. I don't move them outside. They are doing absolutely well. Some of them have given me new growth, like this one during this winter. That's new growth right there, and that's new growth right there, and right there. Yeah, you know, all that is new growth. It's doing absolutely well. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I recently did a video on this one where I cut it. It had grown long, and I decided to propagate it. And there's some of the leaves, and yeah, they're doing absolutely well. That's my cactus, and this is my jade. And as you can see, all this is new growth. All that is new growth. Is doing absolutely well. You know, yeah, not much new growth on this one, but it's doing very well. This is also doing well. This also has given me new growth, the same as this one, though it's a bit leggy, but I must say I love the look. I don't have an issue with that. Those are my succulents. And above them, I've got this philodendron lemon lime. It's also doing very well. If you saw the video I did last week, I chopped this one because I want to encourage new growth on the top because it's bold on the top there. So yeah, I chopped it to propagate it. But the aim or the reason for chopping it really is to encourage growth on the top. So yeah, I'll use some of the cuttings obviously to fill it up there also, but it's doing very well. And still in this room, I've got my Hoya canosa, the variegated one. Is doing very well, is growing well, no issues. And the non-variegated one, look at that growth, is doing very well, no issues at all. And right beneath it, I've got this beautiful fiddle leaf fig, the dwarf one, is also doing very well. Look at all that growth. All that growth is doing absolutely well, no issues. And on the same table with it, I've got this pink princess. I recently cut it off because the growth that was coming up looked a bit deformed. I didn't like how the leaves were coming up, so I decided to chop it there and there and hope for the best. But you can see the new growth that is coming up. It looks like finally I'm getting a variegated leaf there. It looks like I'm finally getting my pink I've been waiting for a longest of time. And next to it is my Hoya canosa, is also doing very well. And on this shelf, I've got my arrowhead plants. They're doing very well. You know, I've decided not to stake it up, but to allow it to do its thing, and see how I feel about that. Usually I stake these plants up and want to control them and to have them grow a certain way. But this time I decided, you know what? I'm not going to bother it at all. I'm going to leave it and do its thing. And I think I like the look. And next to it, I've got this. This is a peperomia. It's also doing very well. It's very happy, no issues. It's growing. These are growing. I mean, it was not trailing the way it is, and it's trailing. I've got about 3 of them on this shelf that are doing very well. And this Dracena is also doing very well. That's new growth. If you look in there, I'm getting new growth. I don't know if you can see, but yeah, is doing absolutely well. And here's another one. Here's another arrowhead plant. All my arrowhead plants, I've decided to really leave them to do their own thing and see how I like it, you know. And they're doing that. They're doing that. And look at all the new growth. If I turn it around, all this is new growth. Can you see that? Which is very exciting. And I've got another one here. It's also doing very well. And this one is my Diefenbachia propagation I did long time ago. It's very slow. It's been like this for the longest of time. Yeah, but I'm still hoping for the best with it. Maybe we'll start seeing something different in spring, but for now, that's what's going on. And I've got this beautiful Zizi. It's doing very well, no issues at all. And this is my propagation Hastatum silver. It has grown so much. It has grown so much. I love how it looks. And this is my philodendron imperial, emerald red. This is emerald, and it's doing very well. It's giving me new growth. I mean, this is new growth. If you look in here, this is new growth. There's another one happening there. So yeah, and there's another one. If you check underneath, there's another one coming up. So yeah, and this is also new. That's a new leaf. So, and here is my philodendron Brazil, which I also chopped on the video I did last week to encourage new growth also on the top, because it looks very bold. And I've got my baby rubber plant, which is also doing very well. This is new growth. This leaf here is new. And there's my aloe, which is doing absolutely well. And here's my succulent. It's also doing very well. And here's my this is my, what is this again? Diefenbachia, I think. Yeah, it's doing very well. This is new growth, and this is new growth. I hope I got the name right. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what I've got on the shelves and on the shelf, and it's doing absolutely well. And on this side of the room, I've got this Peperomia Amigo Marcelo. I mean, it is full. It used to be a bit bold on the top, and look how much it has filled up. It's very happy, no issues or whatsoever. And on this window, I've got what you call this again, string of bananas, and it's doing very well. I've killed so many of these, and it looks like I'm getting it right with this one eventually, because I've killed so many of these. But it looks like I have learned my lessons over the years. So yeah, and it's doing absolutely well. It's trailing. And next to it, I've got this beautiful golden pothos, no issues whatsoever. It's nice and full. It's trailing down. And next to it, I've got my string of pearls. Even with my string of pearls, it looks like I have learned what I needed to learn with them, because here it is still alive. It's not dead. And believe me when I say I've killed so many of these. And on the windowsill, I've got my Pilias, and they are doing absolutely well. Look at that. These were once upon a time babies from a mother plant, and look how much they have grown. And in front of them, I've got this beautiful ficus plant or ficus tree, a variegated one, is doing very well. It used to be a tiny little baba, and look how much it has grown. And besides it, I've got this beautiful ponytail palm, and it's doing exceptionally well, and it's continuing to give me growth. I have trimmed it up, and I like the way it looks. I really love the way it looks. And on this DIY shelf I made myself, again, if you follow me on Instagram, I did a video on that. I've got this beautiful Monstera Deliciosa propagated. Yeah, it's not getting enough light. I think if I move it to a place where it will get good light, these leaves will be bigger than what's happening right now, because I seem to just get small leaves Small leaves. This is the size. I mean, all of them, they're not bigger than this. I'll say this is your biggest. So I'm sure if I move it to a place where it can get more light, it will grow bigger than what's happening right now. It's a plant I propagated a while ago, and this is my Chinese evergreen. It's also a propagation and it's doing very well. And this is a philodendron. I'm not quite sure what kind. I got it from a friend of mine, Charlotte. And if you move to this shelf, I've got this beautiful, I love heart-shaped leaves. This is a sweetheart. It's doing very well. It's continuing to give me new growth. There's another one coming up. Here's another one's here coming up. It's doing very well, and I've got another one. Like I said, it's my favorite, so I've got quite a few of them. Here's new growth, there's new growth, and here is new growth. So it's doing absolutely well, and beneath that I've got Dracaena, is also doing exceptionally well. And on this wall, I've got this beautiful sedum. It has grown a lot, I must say, and it's happy. It's doing absolutely well. And I've got this succulent. I don't know its name, but it's doing very well. I got that from my sister-in-law, Sylvia. And on this very same window next to them, I've got this spider plant. Is also doing very well. It was once upon a time a baby from a mother plant, and look how big it has grown. And below it, I've got this beautiful philodendron Brazil. It's also doing very well. I got this from a friend of mine, Adele, and I struggled with it a bit. It struggled to climatize to my home for a while, but it looks like we are over the worst, and I was able to save it, and I'm glad I was able to save it. So yeah, here it is. So I'm sure from here on it will be just beauty. I don't expect issues from here on. You know, we've gone through a lot with it, but it looks like we have recovered. And here is my beautiful, beautiful, tiny succulent boat. And my other succulent, it looks like a book. Can you look at that? It looks like a book. And then next to it is my propagation fiddle leaf fig. It's also doing very well. That new growth is coming along very well. And next to it, I've got this asparagus fern. Is also doing exceptionally well. Still on my work table, I've got my succulent terrarium. Is doing very well. It's growing very well. I love how it's growing. It's just these two are a bit leggy, but nonetheless, I love the look. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, that's my succulent terrarium. Here's another one. This one I've got an aloe in it. It's just two kinds, just an aloe, and I don't know the name of that succulent. But yeah, that's what's happening in this one. I love how it looks. It's absolutely beautiful. It's growing, no issues. And here's another succulent. Here I've got more variety in here. I've got a Fittonia. If I turn it around, you will see there's a Fittonia in the middle. And then right behind Fittonia, I've got arrowhead plant. And I've got this plant, which I don't know the name. I'm sorry about that. And then I think this one is a snow bush, if I'm not wrong. That's what I've got in there. And then I've got a I think this is a peperomia or a pilia, I'm not sure. And that's a fern. So yeah, I've got quite a few plants in there, and they are very happy, no issues or whatsoever. So that's my other terrarium. And here's my other terrarium. It's sitting on my kitchen top, and it's got my Scindapsus. It's got a Scindapsus in there, and a fern, and a what do you call that, English ivy. Just 3 kinds of plants in there. I love the look. Look at that. I love how it looks. Very simple, not crowded like the other one. Just 3 kinds of plants, and that's about it. and it's doing very well. And on my dinner table, I've got this beautiful Chinese evergreen. No. It is, yeah, it's Chinese evergreens. Yeah, this is Aglonema. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the pink along the border of the leaf and the one running in the middle of the leaf. I love the combination. It's absolutely beautiful. And next to it is this beautiful variegated umbrella plant. And I've got two of these. So yeah, that's what's sitting at the moment on my dinner table. This table, I've got this beautiful philodendron. I think this is imperial green. Yeah, this is imperial green. Look at that new growth coming up, and another new growth there coming up. So yeah, my plants are really doing well this winter. No issues at all. And there's my peace lily, is doing absolutely well. I've got two peace lilies at this table, one on the floor and one on the table. And next to it is this beautiful fiddle leaf fig, is also doing very well. No issues or whatsoever. And right at this windowsill, I've got my tiny little succulents which are doing very well. Look at that, it's doing absolutely well. And guess what, this one is about to flower. Look what's coming up. I mean, I've had succulents, but oh, it's always a joy to see them flower. Just gonna turn it around for you to see. Look at that. Look at that. It's such a joy to see that. So yeah. And I noticed that this weekend when I was watering my plants. Otherwise, I probably would have missed it. And here's my other succulent. And here's the other one. These are still tiny. And that's my speckboom. Here's my other succulent, my cactus. So yeah, so it's just a line of succulents. And here I've got elephant ears. Well, I need to chop this one. It's on its way out, but otherwise the rest are doing very well. And this is my anthurium, is doing absolutely well, no issues at all. And next to it is another elephant ears. And here at this coffee table, I've got my monstera, just a tiny baba. Well, it's not that tiny. And my bamboo palm is doing absolutely well. And at this wall, I love this wall. Well, I've got two plants which I've taken out. I need to bring back, but nonetheless, it's okay. I've got this rubber plant there, and I've got this. This is a neon pothos that you know what, it reverted back to green. And then I've got this peperomia, and then I've got this beautiful Thanksgiving cactus, and I've got this golden pothos, and I've got this heart-shaped leaf. And you know, as you can see, that's new growth happening right there. And then yeah, I've got this beautiful philodendron Brazil. And right on the other side of the room, I've got this beautiful, look at that, how glorious is that. I've got this lovely sword fern, is doing very well. Again, I've killed so many of these plants, and it's such a joy to have learned from my mistakes in the past, and to be able to say, now I know what to do with these plants, and I know what they need, and to be happy and to thrive. And here is one thriving in my care, and it was not this big when I brought it home, believe me. And next to it is my my bamboo palm. It's also doing very well. It's doing very well. I need to chop this off. I got this plant from my mom. It's doing very well. I think it's one of the Dracaenas, if I'm not wrong. I don't know the name, but it's doing very well. I just need to chop this off. You can't pull it, it's hard. And down here I've got my philodendron siloam. It's also doing very well, no issues at all. I got this from Charlotte as a gift when she left Johannesburg. Yeah, it's doing very well. Right here I've got my philodendron. I need to remember, what is this? Philodendron imperial, I think it's philodendron emerald green or imperial green, something green, but it's a philodendron. But look at that. This is just this just opened. It's a new growth. This is new growth. This is new growth, and it's bigger than my hand. I love this plant. I love it. And next to it is Rojo Congo. Philodendron is also doing very well. Look at all that new growth that is coming up. That's one, two. Yeah, it's quite a lot. New growth that is coming up. I mean, how wonderful is that? And then in front of them, I've got another Philodendron Siluam. And above them, I've got my Monstera Deliciosa is doing very well. I've gotten so many new growth. This is new growth. It's busy unfurling. And is doing very well. Is growing so well. This is new, but it unfurled a while ago. It came from this point, as you can see, because I chopped this plant here at several points, here and here and there, to propagate it. It's such a joy to see how much it has grown. And next to it, I've got this beautiful philodendron Hastatum silver, and there's so much new growth happening. Look at the bottom of the plant, and here that's a lot of new growth happening, and there also that's a lot of new growth happening. So yeah, my plants are doing absolutely well, and I haven't had issues this winter at all. It has been fun just to see them doing well and growing and enjoying life, even in the cold season. This is what I have at my coffee table. This is Dracaena. As you can see, there's new growth happening in there. And this is my ficus bonsai. It's also doing very well. And this is my propagation, Rojo Congo propagation. All this is new growth. I mean, all these leaves, 1, 2, 3, 4, are new. You know, this is old and this is old. But yeah, they're doing very well. Yeah, I can keep going. I basically just did my living area, so I can keep going. And but if I do that, this video will be very long. This video will be absolutely long if I keep going. I didn't even touch plants in my bedroom. I didn't even go to my kitchen. I didn't go to my kids' bedrooms. I didn't go to the bathrooms. This is just the living area. This is just the living room. I just did the dining room and the living room and the music room or the family corner. That's all I did, just to show you how my plants are doing this winter. It's been fun. Thank you for watching. Have yourself a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.